The backlash on DiJonai Carrington. DiJonai Carrington is gone.
It began with a foul, not just any foul. The kind of moment that instantly changes the tone of a game, stops the crowd in mid-cheer, and makes the air in the arena feel heavy. But this wasn't a one-time occurrence. It was the latest in what fans and critics alike are calling a campaign of chaos waged by DJ Carrington, a player whose name is now synonymous with controversy, aggression, and for some, danger. For weeks now, basketball fans have been watching something unfold in the WNBA that feels more like a boiling pot than a basketball season. And at the center of it is Carrington. Known for her physicality, Carrington crossed the line so blatantly, so aggressively that even longtime defenders of gritty play couldn't ignore it anymore. The moment came during a heated game between the Dallas Wings and the Los Angeles Sparks. Third quarter. The tension was high and the competition was fierce. And then it happened. Carrington reached out and grabbed opponent Sarah Ashley Barker by the hair. Not a jersey grab. Not a jostle. For the ball. She yanked her to the ground by her ponytail. It was so abrupt, so raw, that even in slow motion, it looked violent. The kind of move that would get you thrown out of an MMA octagon, let alone a professional basketball court. But what came next was even more stunning. The referees didn't eject Carrington. They didn't even issue a flagrant. It was called a loose ball foul. That's it. Like she had accidentally bumped someone while reaching for a rebound. The footage went viral before the next time out. Social media erupted. Fans, analysts, former players, everyone had the same question. How? Is this not an automatic ejection? This wasn't a one-off. This wasn't a player losing her cool once in a career. This was part of a growing list of incidents. What now looks like a pattern of reckless, dangerous behavior on the court. And people are done staying quiet because just 5 games prior, Carrington was at the center of another disturbing incident. An eye swipe aimed squarely at the WNBA's biggest rising star, Caitlin Clark. A moment that's been watched, slowed down, and scrutinized frame by frame by millions of fans. You can see Carrington's arm reach across Clark's face. You can see her fingers rake across her eye. You can see Clark recoil, her hand flying to her face. You don't need to be an analyst to see what happened. You only need 2 eyes and a screen, and yet, nothing. No suspension, no public statement, just silence. Carrington has now accumulated 3 official flagrant fouls in the last month alone. 3, and that doesn't count the handful of borderline hits that fans and analysts widely agree should have been flagged. Undercuts, elbows, hits to the head. She even took out her own teammate, Paige Buchers, in what many called a reckless, uncontrolled hit. And the league, still quiet. So here's the million-dollar question, why? Why is the WNBA, a league trying to grow, trying to attract viewers, and trying to promote its values, turning a blind eye to one of the most aggressive streaks we've seen in years? Why is someone allowed to treat the court like a WWE ring without consequences? This isn't about toughness. This isn't about passion. This is about safety. This is about the unspoken agreement that players sign with each other when they step on the court. We will battle, we will compete, but we will respect each other. Carrington, to many, has shattered that agreement. And when you call her out, she attacks the fans. Literally. After the Caitlin Clark incident, fans flooded social media with questions, criticism, and concern. Instead of acknowledging the growing worry around her style of play, Carrington started mocking and taunting fans in her replies. Not just ignoring criticism, antagonizing it. It was a stunning display, and now people aren't just calling for fines. They're calling for a suspension. Some are calling for a ban, and here's where things get real, because the rules are actually on the fans' side. According to WNBA policy, multiple flagrant fouls within a set time frame are supposed to trigger automatic suspensions. The system is in place. The precedent exists. So again, why hasn't it happened? Is it favoritism? Is it incompetence? Or worse, is it a league terrified of accountability? Fans are now pointing fingers at Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner. Her name is becoming synonymous with inaction. People want to know, is she protecting Carrington or is she just ignoring the problem? Tells the whole story. It wasn't incidental contact. It was a deliberate move. Reckless at best, targeted at worst. Carrington tried to downplay it in the post-game interview. "I didn't even know I hit her," she said. "I was going for the ball." But fans weren't buying it. The replays say otherwise, and Clark, typically unshakable, composed, calm, looked rattled. That says more than any soundbite ever could. As of now, Carrington leads the league in flagrant fouls. She's committed. At least 4 that have made highlight reels for all the wrong reasons. That doesn't even include the ponytail incident, which fans say should be considered assault. And still silence. And it's not just silence, it's protection. Because when fans or analysts criticize Carrington, the WNBPA, the players' union, often posts vague messages defending her, like clockwork, as if any criticism, no matter how valid or supported by video evidence, is unacceptable. What kind of message does that send? That you can eye poke the league's most popular rookie and get defended? That you can yank someone by the hair and get away with it? That rules don't matter, and it's starting to hurt the league. Badly. The WNBA is in the middle of a historic surge in viewership thanks to players like Caitlin Clark. Millions of new fans are tuning in. Parents are bringing their kids to games. Merchandise is flying off the shelves. But these same new fans are watching their star player get battered, literally, and asking, is this what women's basketball is about? Because it sure doesn't feel like empowerment. It feels like negligence. Every time Carrington commits another dangerous foul and walks away unpunished, it chips away at the league's credibility. Every time the commissioner stays silent, fans lose a little more trust. Every time Clark grabs her face, winces, or stumbles after another hit, the message is clear. This league doesn't protect its players, and that's a problem. A big one. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about brand integrity, about leadership, about whether the WNBA is serious about building something sustainable, or whether it's going to fumble its biggest opportunity in decades. So what happens? Next, fans are demanding action, not just tweets, not just post-game shrugs. Real consequences. Because at this point, anything less is a failure. Carrington is now a symbol of everything the WNBA is trying not to be. Reckless, unaccountable, above the rules. And until the league proves otherwise, until Kathy Engelbert steps up and shows that rules apply to everyone, Carrington will continue doing what she's been doing, playing dirty, escaping consequences, and putting her fellow athletes at risk. It's time to choose, WNBA. Do you want to protect your stars or protect your silence? Because you can't do both. If you think DJ Carrington deserves a ban, comment below, fire. The Eye Poker. And if you want more breakdowns, more truth, and more accountability in women's sports, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We'll be watching, and so is the world.